should I take off my mask? Okay. Hi, my name is Nate Gidding, and my presentation is working at Bradbury Mountain. So for my goals for my senior project were to volunteer at Bradbury Mountain, discover the requirements and responsibilities of working at Bradbury, and to create a short documentary of nature at the park. For volunteering, I contacted Chris Silsby, who is the head park ranger at Bradbury Mountain. I offered to volunteer, and when it was confirmed that I could, we set up a schedule, which was I would start on May 3rd and work 8 to 2 every weekday, so 6 hours a day. For kind of requirements of working at the park is that you must be physically fit and able to walk long distances. And you must have a love of the outdoors, because that's all you do is work in the outdoors. So if you don't love it, then you're not going to have a very good time working there. My responsibilities while I was volunteering were to maintain trails, repaint picnic tables, and assist park rangers in various jobs around the park. I've painted a lot of picnic tables while I was there, as well as this shelter that is near the playground in the park. It's very prominent, and we created a new sign for it because the old one was pretty bad. I also did a lot of brush cleaning with the rangers and cleaned a lot of trails and a lot of ditches with the leaf blower. For my documentary, I took pictures of plants and animals to better find where the material I wanted was located in the park. I had to talk to the rangers. I also talked to the Hawk Watch people that were up on the top of Bradbury doing a survey for the state for the whole time I was there. These are some pictures that I took for my documentary. A lot of them are just things I found very interesting or beautiful or captured the essence of the park. The one on the right here is one of only 2 hazelnut trees located in the park, and which were planted there for conservation of the trees. Kind of facts about the park. The park was established in 1939 as one of Maine's original 5 state parks. It covers 730 acres and reaches an elevation at 407 feet, and is operated by the Maine Department of Agricultural Conservation Foundation, but also these 2 cats who belong to the head park ranger, Grim and Milo. The park offers 21.5 miles of trails for hiking, and 17.5 of them are open to biking as well. It is also kind of split into east and west side, the west side being on the right-hand side of the road indicator, and the east side being the larger portion on the right. All trails on the east side are open to biking, and a select few on the west side are as well. Things I learned while working at the park were how to properly maintain trails with the controlling watershed and slowing down erosion as much as possible, how to paint picnic tables quickly and efficiently, because in the end of my time there, I had painted about 38 picnic tables, and it had taken a long time. And I had really learned like what it really takes to be a ranger there, which is good. Some problems I did encounter were like running out of fuel for the leaf blower out miles out in the trail and having to walk all the way back to get fuel and walk all the way back out to finish the trail. Rainy weather always delayed my progress, and I was constantly worried about ticks, and mosquitoes were quite annoying as well. And for some reason, getting photos onto this presentation, I had some severe technical difficulty. And I can thank FHS, my mom and dad, Chris Silsby, Mr. Holt, Ms. Levitt, and Ms. Peterson. Any questions? Ms. Levitt.
Do you see yourself becoming a park ranger?
I do. My project has really solidified my ambition to work in conservation. Thank you.
So what's your favorite part about working outdoors?
My favorite part of working outdoors was really just being able to be outdoors all day and knowing that I was helping conserve the nature that was there. One very interesting thing I found was that the mountain was first used by Native Americans as a destination when they were traveling out from the northern Maine to the coast. The mountain was the first place they could see the ocean, so they would always stop at the top. Yeah, Ms. Peterson?
Knowing that you enjoy conservation and working outside, do you see yourself staying in Maine, or do you have ambitions to be elsewhere?
I think working elsewhere would be cool as a new experience, but I do really like Maine, and I'm familiar with the animals and plants that are supposed to be here. So I'd probably stay in Maine.
Did you learn about any of the native plants as you were taking your photographs, and what's helpful in terms of conservation and preservation?
There wasn't anything exactly new I learned because I've done a lot with the outdoors. I know a lot about the plants, but there are things that I didn't quite understand before that I have a more solid understanding of now. Like, I can't really think of too many specific examples right off the top of my head, but I did know that the hazelnut trees used to be quite abundant, and I knew that they had all disappeared, but I wasn't actually aware that there was a conservation effort going on some time ago, and so they had planted 2 trees in the park, and I photographed one of them. But Ravine? I did see. I saw 4 deer in one day. That was the only time I ever saw deer, but I also encountered a woodpecker, a grouse, also known as ptarmigan, and a lot of squirrels. A lot of squirrels.
What would you say is the most important job of
The most important job of the park ranger, I would say, is probably to keep the balance between the nature in the park and the visitors to the park. Because they are park rangers, they're there to help the people, but they're also there to maintain the land and the wilderness around.
Are we able to watch the documentary online? Is it published?
I entered it into a, it was a competition thing that I entered it into. I'm not sure if they're yet published, but I think at some point they will be. And if you would like to, it is called Bradbury, Nature of Bradbury Mountain. But I'm not sure where it's going. Yeah, it's in the competition, but I don't know what they're putting it, so.